Hello everyone and welcome back to Voidspace Alpha. My name is Ollie and let me bring you up to speed on the situation. And a massive thank you, by the way, to the now officially over 11,000 people that have subscribed to the channel. That is awesome. I'm so appreciative of each and every one of you and everyone that takes that extra bit of effort to leave a comment or a like on each video. That is truly amazing. Right, we've got the secessionists pinned down to two locations, 1, 2. So we've got them in Crete and we've got them in Tyros. The Cypriots took the opportunity to take Antioch, which we are still looking to get back. And also it's worth mentioning that we lost Cyprus when they rebelled, the secessionists that is, but it was retaken by our defensive ally Macedon. Now, we're still pushing through our war with the North African tribes, and there is a secessionist army over here and a secessionist legion just off the coast of Alexandria. But we moved our fleet in here to protect that. Now, we are moving this legion towards Tyros and Antioch, and we are moving these legions further inland in North Africa to start the process of securing the province of Mauritania. So there's not a lot left for me to do here, except end turn, although it does say we have somebody with a skill, which is going to be Legion 2. That was the last battle we did last episode, where we took down a fortified secessionist holding. So we will just grab that there. And look, I just want to have a quick look at the politics summary. We've got a 58% control, which is not great. But that being said, so we are the House of Julia. These are the other parties, so we actually want them to have as little influence as possible. And the House of Junior is the largest. Now, that being said, I can't really assassinate them or anything like that. So, yeah, I don't really understand the politics screen at all. What can I do here? It says he's not the leader, so I can't do... He's not a ruling party member. Okay. I think because we've been accidentally recruiting a load of House Junior people. So look, I'm still looking for somebody in the comments to break it down for me and give me an explanation as to how the politics in this game actually works. I'd be super, super appreciative. But we're going to let the end turn sequence crack on now. Senate secessionists are landing and running away. Cypriots are moving. North Africans are scrambling about. So yeah, it's all very interesting stuff at the moment. And the Truditani are the last to activate their invasion forces landed. Here they are. So they can now potentially cause me some issues. And my nearest legion is over here in Seleucia. I am going to not engage this legion purely on the basis that I don't have anything nearby to engage them with. I can almost guarantee they're not going to attack Alexandria, and we'll take these guys off of their forced rowing. And yeah, most of our forces, if not all of our forces, are on this side of the Mediterranean. The never eat shredded wheat. The west side. There we go. Right, so we can continue to chase down this secessionist force here. We can move against these guys over here. The Demidi settlement is an okay settlement in terms of public order. We can bring these guys back into their garrison town. And yeah, we have an army here which is making its way back up to Medellin. Now, we do have 1,700 cash, that is. So, Memphis could be the site of a new legion. Can't reinstate a legacy purely because there is no legacy to reinstate. This guy is fantastic. What house is he, though? House of Julia. And I think that's... Is that us? Yes, it is. Okay, so... I'm going to raise a force. Raise it with this guy. General and bodyguard or legatus. So what are the differences here? 40 men, but the legatus seems it's got more health but less of everything else. Okay, so we'll go for that and see if we can't recruit a few legionary cohorts and maybe even some legionary cavalry there, just to give it an extra sort of defense. They're going to have 7 units spawn in if they get attacked. Admittedly, 2 of them are going to be plebs, so really they're going to have 5 units. But yeah, we will end the turn once again. Completely forgot about this legion landing on the shores of Crete. But yeah, that is going to be a thing. Galatia would like a non-aggression pact. I'm going to decline that because the chances are that Galatia will become a target in the not-too-distant future. These guys want a non-aggression pact and they'll give us 520. I mean, I'll take that from Kush because we're probably not going to invade Kush for a while. Now, these guys are going to attack and occupy that settlement once again, which is why we didn't waste the money investing in those buildings being converted. So that is a thing. Numidia, the Mayan, and Trudetani. The Trudetani would like a peace treaty, and you know what? That's probably not a bad shout. Purely because they have nothing in Mauritania that we want anymore. Excuse me. Right, okay, so we've got acculturation. So let's go for inclusion there. Perfect. Right, I can take these guys off of forced march and start them marching towards the capital. And where has that legion gone? They've gone marching down there to Myos, Hormos. And actually Memphis does have the ability to expand, so I'm going to grab a temple there. Our army in Seleucia, I've only just realised this, should be on forced march. Right, I'd get there a lot flipping quicker if they were. Now they're in Nabatean lands, or they're going to end up in Nabatean lands. That's perfect. And yeah, I think we just continue to grow this legion here. Excuse me. It's an eagle cohort, wow. Eagle, it's the heart and the soul of its legion. It's got less melee attack, but it costs more. So what goes up? Oh, it's melee defense. It's a superior defensive infantry. Okay. Let's grab 3 more and a unit of velites. Start to get an attempt at getting a rounded force there. Right, so we have just lost this settlement here. And that's okay, because we're going to move over like so. I'm going to bring this legion back up here onto the road so that they stop taking attrition and start actually regrouping. Now, Aquitania is a province that we could go for in the future, but I think for now that is as much movement as we are going to achieve. And actually, that being said, these guys could be on forced march as well. They're going to get there in 2 turns instead of like 5. So that is something. Let's push those guys through. Come on, hurry up. And yeah, let's end the turn there. Oh, we're not actually researching any technologies. So yeah, we definitely know what we want to go for there. Macedon, policing our areas, that's fine. Galatia, moving their stuff around. We've got quite an interesting trade network. And yes, we knew this battle was going to come to a head because the secessionists are bleeding, absolutely bleeding provinces. They probably don't have the provinces to militarily support the legion that they have. So yeah, that's always going to be an interesting one. Right. Yeah, Numidian agents are going to try to do something that's going to stop that army from moving. I think they have succeeded because the guy's gone grey. And yeah, the Trudetani is done. Right, I think he was assassinated. Is this guy, he is House of Julia. That's us, isn't it? There we go. And we will do cavalry training. Is that another high chance of civil war I just saw there? Let me look at those messages again. High chance of secession and civil war. This politics thing is definitely not my bag. I can't secure loyalty because I don't have the money. But that being said, there is every chance that that I'm able to hold it off. Right. Nabateans here. I don't want them to take Tyros. Not when I've walked this far over here. The Secessionists have a small fleet. I'm going to bring out my fleet. There we go. And yeah, what was I doing over here? Did this guy get stopped? No, I think he got assassinated is what he got. So I'm going to move just up to the border there. And this army is going to move down to Demidi. And we are going to absolutely auto-resolve this because a 99% chance victory with 1% casualties. Yeah, that is going to be what we do there. There are a couple of slums here. They are going to get removed. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that is it. Now, that legion can continue to move up. In fact, we could probably do that in a forced march fashion again. Because we're going to need a pretty decent pushing force to get over to the edge of Mauritania here. And yeah, now the Secessionists are technically up 33% on their holdings because they've grabbed a third settlement. Galatia moving their forces around. Galatia is going to be quite a strong adversary, actually, when it comes to declaring war on them. The Lestani would like a trade agreement, and they'll pay us 1,700. We will take that. That is not a problem. The Secessionists are cutting a swathe down the Nile Delta. So yeah, that is going to be problematic. We don't have a legion in the area to deal with those. Numidian agents are going to continue to harass us, but that one gets killed. Hopefully this one gets killed as well. Very much doubt it though. The chance of that happening twice are pretty slim. Oh my word. Yeah, I'll take that. I will take that. These guys would like military access. Yeah, do you know what? That's fine. Pay me a little bit of cash. I'm a bit low on cash at the moment, so I'm willing to compromise my morals for money. Right, tax collectors definitely want that. Trade agreement dissolved. Don't know who with. Edict cancel. Yeah, secession. Rome. Oh right, no. Okay, just Massila. Right. Okay, but they've kicked out this legion here. That means that some of our legions are going to have seceded once again. So I'll take that back and we'll march on there. These guys in Medellin, I kind of need to get a bird's eye view of how bad the situation is. Was it just that area that seceded? I believe it was. Pretty sure I've still got all of the forces that I had. Oh no, this legion down here in North Africa has seceded as well. So I'm going to move my forces back towards Isle. That's why my income has shot up so massively. Now surely, if they're seceding, I should get more control in the Senate, right? Because those politicians have seceded from the Empire, right? That kind of makes sense in my head. I am going to move you guys. So I've got a little bit of cash. I'm going to recruit some more cohorts. Yes, it's 6 units. 3 cohorts, 3 velites. Let's do that. And I can retake Tyros. Perfect. So yeah, Tyros retaken there. And there is a secessionist fleet here that certainly deserves... Cyprus have reclaimed their homeland from the Macedonians. That is going to get invaded. Almost definitely. Right, okay, so how's the secession looking? We've got 1 to move in here, 1 here, and they've got 2 provinces in Egypt now. I'm concentrating forces here to take on this legion here. I do have an edict to distribute. Let's see how that would look. This is tax rates. I think sure Africa is tax rate as well. Macedonia, probably going to go for tax harvesting as well because we're a bit short of cash. Oh, right, yes, I forgot about this this battle. This is the Battle of Crete. And do you know what? I'm feeling like I would quite enjoy playing this battle on the campaign map. So yeah, they've got a small garrison fleet and their version of the 3rd Legion, which I think is just a general, plus their garrison army, which looks like Astarte, Viglates, and a couple of plebs and some levies. I don't know why it gives you plebs, because I presume historically it'd be way more useful to just have some javelin men, even if they were levies. So yeah, let's. We've got a bit of fog. Gonna wait for see if that fog clears. Yeah, dry conditions. Always like a bit of dry conditions in every battle, pretty much, actually, unless I'm trying to do something particularly sneaky. Right, Tarentine Cavalry. I remember this legion. This is by far my favourite legion. Our cavalry detachment's going to go over there. We don't have a lot of missiles with this legion, which is fine. I am going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 legionaries. I'm going to send them here because they're going to attack in this direction. I believe everyone else is kind of roughly in the right position, so let's hit the pause button as soon as we load in. I am going to want to move 2 cohorts, I was about to say 2 legions, 2 cohorts down there. And then I'm going to want to move 4 cohorts across here and 4 cohorts across there. All of our cavalry will move over into this woodland here. Our general will occupy this area here. I think that's kind of it. Oh yeah, missile troops. I'm going to want you in the main line, the centre line, because I can't have the centre line folding. Right, that gives us 2 cohorts left, and they're just going to hover around the middle as like a flexible reserve. That's my thought process. We do have an enemy general bodyguard knocking in here, and in fact I think the Tarentine Cavalry will be the best to chase them down, possibly even the Equites. Let's just get the entire cavalry detachment after that general. There is another general over here. This will be like the garrison general. He's probably going to be I mean, worst case scenario for them Hastati, best case probably Principes, or maybe even legionaries, depending on the building. So yeah, let's continue to push that in. Some plebs there. Our missile troops are starting to rain down missiles, which is great. Yeah, and they're taking some damage because they've got their back to us. These Viglates, not the most armoured troops in the world. Plebs, on the other hand, they are certainly not armoured. They're just going to stand there and take it. Yeah, and that general is going to die. Just going to turn off the, make them all melee fight and turn off the skirmishing on those Tarentine, purely just to kill them. Because that is not going to work. Right, you guys, let's move you up.
The enemy general is dead.
There we go, enemy general is dead. Tarentine cavalry, get in the market. And in fact, you guys, Equites, get into those missile units that they have there. General, move forward. Right, lovely. Oh, are they, they're not going to disembark, they're just going to fire at me. That is fine. Because I am going to move up my units here. Yeah, and it looks like the plebs aren't even being contacted, and they are routing just because of the peeler throwing from our legionaries. Same with the Viglates. Tarentine cavalry are running through. These levies are about to get hit by our Equites. Perfect stuff. And these Tarentine are going hunting. Hunting for the enemy general. Now, I would quite like to bring these legionaries away from the beach because they are just needlessly taking casualties. There is the enemy general, and it is Principes. They're not the worst Roman troops, but certainly not the best. And yeah, we've got 2 Equites that we can just put over here for when these guys do decide to disembark. We can engage them. Right, we've got some legionaries to put over there. And I'd even say, let's chuck those over there as well. Those being our velites to throw their missiles at the enemy general. Ooh, that was a very good peeler throw into our auxiliary Tarantine cavalry. We've currently done no damage to these Principes. They're still at 160 strong. But make sure these guys are on skirmish mode. Skirmish mode. Remember you're on skirmish mode, lads. Yeah, they're not remembering. They're actually having a terrible time. Get 2 cohorts, 3 cohorts of the legionaries in there. Tarantine cavalry, just charge into those. There's no way they are going to survive the Tarantine cavalry charge, and yet here we go. Equites into those ranged units there. Yeah, perfect. And now if I give an order to attack for these guys, they are going to come round the back. And the Tarantine cavalry are going to surround them. They are completely encased in that alleyway. Yeah, there's no way they were going to survive. A decisive victory for the Romans. They deployed 1,000 men. They lost 964. So I'd say that is a victory, considering we deployed 2,500. We lost 164. So that is another stronghold for the secessionists destroyed. I will take that. That is completely fine by me. Macedonians just chilling amongst the empire with their armies moving around. That's completely fine. And yeah, let's... Oh, okay. Interesting. They have moved out to meet this legion. I wonder if I can retreat away. I can, but that is going to upset my recruitment, which is what I was working on down there. Now, they have moved away. A defensive alliance from Mayen. I think I'm going to take it. I think what I'm missing at the moment is client states. Trudetani, that's fine. We're not at war with you anymore. Okay. So look, we've retaken Crete, which is great. I'm just going to reintroduce recruitment. In fact, what's the mercenaries like over here? I mean, it's great, but it's not legionaries, is it? Yeah, so let's get then some legionary cav and 2 velites there. That will build that up to a legion of reasonable strength. We'll even upgrade the general there. And where has that legion gone over in this direction? They have forced marched their way to Carthage. So I am going to continue to chase them with 2 legions. There we are. Right, and yet we of course have this legion over here who can put the screws to Massilla, and I think we're pretty well equipped to destroy those secessionists once again, and even just take this city back for the Republic. There we are. Now, what would be a lot easier than retaking a load of cities for the Republic would be an understanding of the political side of this game. And I'm still at a loss. We still only control 59% of the Senate. I don't know when we can declare an empire. 65% influence and positive loyalty, and it costs 10 grand. So yeah, I want to do that sooner rather than later. This is all problematic down here, but we are building up a force to try and contain and deal with it. And it looks like I've probably got enough units here to move those into siege of Antioch. I'm going to continue the siege there. And I'm going to move these guys into the Tyros port just to dissuade them from attacking Tyros. Even though Tyros has got a bit of a garrison of its own. Right, in terms of research, I've just got the first research here, which is minus 3% siege unit costs. I'm just going to have a look at all of the other trees. This is the... Is there one that gives me like political stability, or would that be too easy? Building and construction, food, siege, movement range for all armies. Okay, that's probably the most useful. And yeah, pretty much... Okay, we've got one thing left to research in this tree. What does this actually do? The square sail was prevalent throughout the ancient world, but while this makes for the more effective sailing speeds with the wind blowing at your back, it was more of little use when attempting to sail against the wind. Okay, so it's better sailing. Okay, that's fine. Benefit we're going to get from it is 7% replenishment rate for all armies and fleets. That's going to be incredibly useful. Well, look, that is where I'm going to leave it for today's episode. If you've watched this far, I've got a few things to ask for you to do. If you would indulge me for just a moment, I would love for you to leave a comment, like, subscribe, share this video. Those things help the channel out massively, so thank you so much. Rome 2 Total War is probably one of, if not the second most popular series on the channel at the moment, so I thank you so much for watching, and obviously people are enjoying this content, so again, thank you for that. In the description down below, in this and every video, is a link to a Discord server. You should drop by, say hello. There is no payment link, there is no wall or anything like that. You don't have to be a Patreon or a channel member or anything of that nature. It's just gamers hanging out. You're more than welcome there, and popping up on your screen now some other videos I'd love for you to check out. Please do. I will see you in the next episode.